Red Hill region has so much to offer. Rolling hills, farm gates with fresh produce, cellar doors with fine wines, and interesting places to stay. One such abode is Tussie Mussie Vineyard Retreat, which has recently undergone a stylish makeover. You'll find it at Merricks North, just over an hour's drive from Melbourne. The gardens here are just gorgeous, and the estate itself is based on 30 acres comprising a vineyard that has the most beautiful flowers, all of which can be enjoyed from this outdoor room. The property, which is leased as self-contained accommodation, can fit up to 6 couples. It's decorated in pared-back French country style and has to be experienced to be believed. You can stay in the lodge with its 4 bedrooms, country kitchen and comfortable lounge. There's the old laundry offering a relaxed and romantic style, and a separate owner's cottage which continues the French farmhouse theme. There's a pizza oven for keen cooks on the property and what they call a folly to eat in. This is the Vineyard kitchen, which has had a huge transformation because it used to be where the farm workers would eat their lunch. Now, I'm sure they didn't get food like this. Check this out. This is the provisions you get if you stay here for breakfast. It just looks amazing. And of course, it all comes from local producers, so they keep it seasonal and regional. Tussie Mussie's refurbishment was done under the supervision of owner Shonard Rees-Thomas, who bought the property 4 years ago. Its chic yet comfortable decor have made for an amazing transformation. So Shonard, tell me about the journey from buying this place to what it is now.
Well, Jan, we bought this place about 4 years ago, and at that stage it was a rose farm and was also a bed and breakfast, which had been much loved by people for many years. But I suppose it was time to give it a bit of a facelift. So we've spent the last 2 years renovating it and bringing it back to a sort of former glory. And we wanted to plant a vineyard and create a vineyard retreat that could be exclusively used by our guests here.
And it's got a very Frenchy feel, so you obviously must love the area. Did you bring anything back from France, or?
I've always had a love affair, I suppose, with Provence in the south of France, but no, everything that's in the house I've sourced from little antique shops on the Mornington Peninsula and found little treasures.
Well, the thing I have to ask you, where does Tussie Mussie come from?
Tussie Mussie is a word for a bouquet of roses and herbs, and it had 2 uses. Firstly, it had a practical use. In olden days, people used to hold the Tussie Mussie bouquet under their noses to take away any indelicate smells from Victorian sewers. But more recently, I suppose it had a more romantic symbolism. It was a posy of flowers, and all of the flowers and herbs that were chosen had a meaning. So, for example, in this little Tussie Mussie here, which has come from the property, the miniature roses symbolise friendship, the lavender symbolises peace, and the rosemary symbolises remembrance. And we'd love you to take this little Tussie Mussie and to remember Tussie Mussie Vineyard Retreat.
Oh, I definitely will, aren't you gorgeous?